Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with the MLB large main slate video. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, smash that bell icon so you know when my videos drop. Hit that like button, leave Schroeder and I a comment down below because we'd love to hear from you guys. Had a decent day today. It's been, for me personally, man, I was on this first half of the season was just on a winning streak. I was like, this is going to be the best season ever profit for me. Had a rough go at it the last 4 weeks, but barely squeaking by. Most days I either lose a little bit or just barely break even. So I'm looking to turn that around, guys. That doesn't mean the rest of DFS Club hasn't been, winning. I'm just speaking for myself, but yeah, guys. So hopefully you guys did better today, like I did. I just kept it simple, man. I went with the obvious stacks and paid up for pitching, and it worked out fine. It started out really good when the Reds scored all those runs. So hopefully you guys did too. Hopefully you guys checked out my video from earlier, my interview. I went one-on-one with Cordell Maverick. We spoke about everything, including Miranda Maverick's robbery in her last UFC fight. So yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button, get all this content. And it is 2:31 in the morning. I figured Draft Dashboard just updated, so why don't Schroeder and I just kick out a video right now? All right, so let's get into it. So let's bring up the game by game. First and foremost, let me check the weather on these games. I'm going to scroll through here. Look for any possible rain, and it doesn't look like it. So we'll always take that. All right, so first up, we have the New York Mets at the Philadelphia Phillies, guys. 4.6 implied total for the Mets, 4.5 for the Phillies. We got Marcus Stroman versus Kyle Gibson. Next up, we got Seattle at the Yankees. We got 4.5 implied total for the Mariners, 5.7 for the Yankees. We got Marco Gonzalez for 6.7 versus Wanda Peralta for 4K. Seattle might be a sneaky stat, guys. Next up, let's go to Tampa Bay at Baltimore. 5.5 implied runs for Tampa Bay. 4.6 for Cleveland, guys. And the reason why Tampa Bay is so high is because their home ballpark sucks for hitting. But when they're on the road, man, we all know that Baltimore is one of the most hitter-friendly ballparks in the MLB. It's going to be 84 degrees. Let's go. We got Ryan Yarbrough, 8.1K versus John Refried Means. So that should be interesting there. Well, maybe a high-scoring game there. I got a couple of overpriced pitchers. Next up, we got Boston at Toronto. This should be a pretty good series. Boston, 4.3 implied total. Blue Jays, 4.8. So for the first time in a while, they're under 5. You got Nathan Eovaldi at 7.9K versus Alex Manoah at 9.4, who's been looking fantastic lately. Next up, we got Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Pittsburgh, 3.8. Cincinnati, 5.3. We got JT Bruderbaker at 7.3 versus Wade Miley at 8.2. Next up, we got Detroit at the Cleveland Indians, guys. Mostly cloudy, 84 degrees. Detroit, 4.3 implied runs. Cleveland, 5.3. We got Matt Manning versus Cal Quantrill, guys. That should be interesting. I might take the under there on Cleveland. They're just continue to get shut down by pitchers. Next up, we got Washington at Atlanta. Overcast, 81 degrees. Washington, 4.1 implied total. Atlanta, 5.6. We got Eric Fede for 6.3 versus Kyle Muller at 9.2. Then we got the Twins at Houston. Minnesota, 3.7 implied. Houston, 5.4. We got Bailey Ober for 6.9K and Zach Greinke at 9.6. Moving right along, guys, we got the San Francisco Giants at the Milwaukee Brewers. San Francisco implied total is only 3.6. Milwaukee is 4.5. We got Logan Webb at 7.2 going up against Corbin Burns for 10K. Next up, we got Kansas City at St. Louis. Kansas City, 3.9. St. Louis, 4.9. We got Mike Minor for 7.8 going up against Adam Wainwright at home at 9.5. We all know Adam Wainwright at home is pretty much lights out. Then next up, we got a Coors Field game, but the unfortunate part, it's the Marlins, guys. So we got Miami, 4.3 implied total. Colorado, 5.3. We got Sandy Alcantara versus Jermaine Marquez. Both really good pitchers. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, you guys. Colorado, obviously, favorite here. They play a lot better at home. Next up, we got Texas at Oakland. 3 runs implied for Texas, 5.1 for Oakland. You got Michael Folty at 4.9K versus Chris Bassett-Hound at 9.8. Then we got the late night games, guys. We got Arizona at San Diego. Arizona 3.8, San Diego 5.4. We got Caleb Smith at 7K versus Ryan Carl Weathers at 6-1. And the last game, we got the Battle of Los Angeles, guys. We got the Angels at the Dodgers. Angels 3.6, Dodgers 5. We got Patrick Sandoval at 8.3K versus David Price, the ageless wonder, for 5.8K. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the game-by-game breakdown. And, guys, if you're new, I have a home where you can get the lineups, the cheat sheets, the ownership, the projections, guys, and we do every single sport. We don't play around, man. We're degenerates. Go to www.dfsclub.com. You got 2 providers in one now. You got DFS Space. You got myself, Skywalker DFS. DFS Space, man, has been on fire with his MLB since he decided to start playing. I love it, man. I love seeing that. You get every single dang sport. No packages for NFL, for baseball. You get everything. Nobody does this, and nobody, trust me. I'll get to it when I get to it. Click join now, guys. Click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, and then nobody has these prices. Nobody comes close. Nobody. The $14.99 a month for every single sport, for the Discord, for the members only podcasts, and we got a Prize Picks channel, sports wagering, unlimited, guys. And the weekends are just nuts. It's just a daily marathon of just DFS. Football is back. We played a little preseason today. So yeah, guys, come check us out. The cheapest in the industry. Get set for the NFL season. DFSclub.com. We got 3-day passes for $7.99, guys. And we've always been the lowest. We're going to keep it that way, no matter how big we get. So come join the family. We'd love to have you. 300 plus strong. Let's go. Shout out to the DFS Club. Man, like I always say, when I'm having a bad day, I just go into the Discord, man, and the club is just, you guys are the best. God bless you guys. All right, so now that you know where to go to get all the DFS content you need, let's get into Draft Dashboard, which I'll be using for this video and is also my sponsor since day one because I'm a very loyal person. It's only $1 for 30 days if you want to try it out. $1 to try it out. You get NFL, you get NBA, you get MLB, you get NHL, guys. For UFC, there's a cheat sheet posted. You get access to all my saved lineups, all my player pools, guys, the lineup optimizer, the player trends, the sleepers and studs, the position optimizer, and the MLB cheat sheet. Because if you can't win, cheat. And there's also a cheat sheet for NFL, for NBA, for MLB, and NHL, guys. So try it out for $1. $1 for 30 days. Cancel at any time. All right, so let's get into it. We got all the homework out the way. As usual, let's start off at pitching. I got to figure out how to move this screen up here. One of these days, guys, I will get better at editing and all that good stuff, but I'm old school, man. I'm an old man, so yeah. First up, we got Chris Bassett at 9.8K going up against Texas, who strikes out in tons, in bunches. Oakland is at home. That's a pitcher-friendly park, and he's done really well against Texas. And his last 5, he's only scored under 20 fantasy points once. 20, 31, 20, 26, 16. Chris Bassett, 139 strikeouts on the year, ERA of 3.29. Get him in there, guys. You got Adam Wainwright at 9.5K at home. He's a lot better at home than he is on the road. His ERA is lower than what I thought. It's 3.53, 124 strikeouts. Against Kansas City, I mean, not too good. 16 and a 10, but at home, I'll take that in account. Just hope he gets you 20. I feel more comfortable going to Bassett for just $300 more. Next up, we got Alex Manoah at 9.4K. I actually don't mind it, even though it's the Boston Red Sox. As you guys seen today, I mean, they're not pitcher proof. Pitchers can shut them down. 26, 18, 37 in his last three. Manoah's on another level right now. He's ready to take these guys to the playoffs. Last time against Boston, he got 20 fantasy points. So I don't mind that. 26, 18, 37, 22 in his last four. Alex Manoah's on point right now. Get him in there at 9.4. Kyle Muller at 9.2 is way overpriced in my opinion. We got Jermaine Marquez, the all-star. He's 8.4K. Probably my favorite pitcher in the 8K range. 23, 20, 10. I get it's a Coors Field games, guys, but he's going up against Miami. 8.4K. I'll take that. 24, 26 in his last two against Miami. 16 and a 2. He's on another level this year. Colorado pitching has looked decent. So get him in there, guys. 23, 20, 10, 35, 27 in his last 5. My goodness. Only under 20 fantasy points one time in his last 5 games. Not bad for a Colorado pitcher, man. Next up, Cal Quantrill, 6.8K. Going up against Detroit, guys. Detroit has been hot. They had a great day today, scored a lot of runs. For him, I like the price tag here. I like the price tag at 6.8. Hasn't fared well against Detroit. -1, 12 in his last 2. But he's having a pretty decent season. I mean, his ERA is not bad. It's only 3.40. Only 61 strikeouts on the year. So he's more of a ground ball pitcher. If he gets you between 50 to 20 fantasy points at 6.8, hell, we'll take 15 at that price point. I say he's worth a look. Corbin Burnes at 10K. I don't think I can do it, guys. Not against San Francisco. Look at this man's history against San Francisco. Everyone tomorrow is going to say Corbin Burnes is in a great spot. I'm going to have to disagree. Even though he's having a great season, ERA of 2.46 and 152 strikeouts. That's amazing. However, against San Francisco, look at his last 5. -10, -1, 1, 3, and 10. So if his price tag was cheaper, I would maybe take some shots at Corbin Burnes, but people just don't get it. Like, the Giants are the real deal. They are the best team in baseball right now, record-wise, and they score over 5 runs a game every single day. So I would go Bassett over Burnes tomorrow, but if you play Corbin Burnes in cash games, you kind of have to. They kind of force your hand if he's highly owned. So we'll see. We'll see what the ownership's like. Zach Greinke is one of those pitchers where he's good on small slates, just on big slates, nah. Especially against Minnesota, who continues to score runs. Next up, we got Wade Miley at 8.2K. I don't mind it. I think the price is a little too much, but it's against Pittsburgh, guys. Last time against Pittsburgh, he got 28 fantasy points. It's just his last 2 outings have been horrible. 10 and 1. And before that, 27-24. So it's a nice get-right spot for him. You might get him at lower ownership. And then you got another ground ball pitcher that doesn't get a lot of strikeouts. It's Kyle Gibson, 7.4K. Came over to his new team, got 21 fantasy points. Love seeing that. The Mets really aren't, breaking any slates lately. So I don't mind it. 7.4K, 2.86 ERA. That's what really stuck out to me. Any ERA under 3 is fantastic. It's just his strikeouts, 99 strikeouts. So, again, gets a lot of ground balls, outs, that kind of stuff. Doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, but 7.4 I think is really cheap for Kyle Gibson. Next up, Mike Minor against St. Louis. I don't mind it either at 7.8K, 16, 25, 22 in his last 3. He gets the St. Louis Cardinals at home. 16, 25, 22 in his last 3. I don't know, guys. For a punt play, I don't mind it. And then you got Matt Manning against Cleveland. Only 5.3K. I'm willing to take a shot here. That's cheaper than most batters, guys. 9, 7, 20 in his last 3. He pitches 6 innings. Last time against Cleveland, though, he did get lit up for -12. But we're talking about a different Cleveland team right now, right? So At 5'3", man, if he gets you 10 or more fantasy points, you'll take it, you'll smile, and say thank you. I wouldn't do it on FanDuel because remember, on FanDuel, if your pitcher messes up, your lineup is dead. All right. DraftKings is a SP2. I will have plenty of shares of Matt Manning tomorrow, guys. All right, so that's it for the pitchers breakdown. Let's just take a real quick look at catcher. Did I mark anybody? I generally don't the night before because we really don't know who's going to start. So let's go to first base. All right, so Joey Votto, Loco Essay. Hopefully you guys played him. You watched my video today for the main slate. He got one against a righty, and I'm not surprised. He's 6K. And guess what? He gets another righty tomorrow in Bruder Baker. OPS versus righties is 952. Joey Votto's looking amazing again, even at 6K. If you were telling me Joey Votto was going to be 6K at the beginning of the season, I would have told you you're on crack. Let's see here. Next up, Paul Goldschmidt, 5.4K. Don't like the price tag. Again, hitting 269, 17 home runs. I mean, but against Minor, he's decent, 3 for 6 with a homer. Lefties, righties, it really doesn't matter with him. It's just the price tag. It's going to be really hard to get to him. But he will be low owned. So I'm not the only one thinking that. Next up, an A stack is a possibility. 5.3K. Fulte did shut him down last time, but they were in Texas. They're in Oakland now. That might make a difference. I don't know. Because Matt Olson's only 1 for 13 lifetime against them, but that one is a home run. That's all it takes. Matt Olson's 5'3". Lefties, righties, it doesn't matter. So if you want to stack Oakland tomorrow, you got to have Matt Olson in there. Because one swing of the bat, it's gone. And you're smiling like the Schroeder that ate the canary. Next up, we got DJ LeMahieu, 5.2K. Came back down to earth today, only got 3 after 16 and 21 fantasy points. He gets a good matchup against Gonzalez, 2 for 3 lifetime with 2 singles. Lefties, righties, it doesn't matter with him right now. So he always leads off. He gets everything. Stolen bases, home runs, you name it. DJ LeMahieu in a get-right spot. Same with Anthony Rizzo. 5K. Got a goose egg today. Very nice. Not really. OPS versus lefties and righties is the same. They're facing a lefty tomorrow. So they have a lot of guys that can hit lefties. You already know about Aaron Judge and lefties. But a lot of these Yankees hit left-handed pitching just fine. So Anthony Rizzo, if you want to take a shot there. Josh Bell. Let's talk 4.3K. So these guys on Washington are surprising some people. 4.3 is really cheap. He's hitting 251, but he has 19 home runs, ladies and gentlemen. That's almost at 20. He's on pace to almost hit 30 home runs right now. 26, 0, 16, 2, and 12 in his last 5. And he's going up against a lefty, Mueller. Hey, he hits lefties, righties just about the same. So I don't mind taking a stab here at Josh Bell. And if I was to play, let's see, the only problem with Seattle is they don't have a lot of guys that hit lefties that well. As much as I want to stack them against, I don't know, guys. I'll have to think about it. Jesus Aguilar is the only guy in Miami, I think, with tons of power on the bat. Next to him, Brian Anderson, maybe, but 3.7K at Coors Field. I don't mind it. He does have 2 home runs against Marquez and 10 at-bats. So that's promising. So, yeah, if you want to take a stab, he's really cheap at 3.7K. I would imagine his ownership would be pretty high, though, because it is Coors Field. Miggy Cabrera at 3.1K. Why not, right? Why the hell not? I mean, he's not getting you goose eggs. And 3-1, that's all you can ask for. Against Quintrell, he's 2 for 3 lifetime with 2 singles. Normally crushes lefties a lot better, but I don't know. Miggy's starting to look a little bit better. And I got a bunch of 2K players for you guys. So we got Ryan O'Hearn at 2.2K, coming off a nice day. He gets another good matchup against Wainwright because he crushes righties. He's 3 for 6 against them lifetime with a home run. So I don't mind some of these 2K players, man. A one-off of Ryan O'Hearn at 2-2 for some salary relief. You can definitely go there. Next up, let's go to second base. All right, so Mookie Betts, man, continues to just kill it, man. He's 6'1". He's now second base eligible, which is kind of cool. I just noticed that. Before he was just outfield eligible. Hits righties a lot better than he does lefties. He's 1 for 3 against Sandoval, but he does have a homer, and Sandoval's been looking really good as of late. Really, almost had a no-hitter, but Mookie's just been Mookie, man. 25, 5, 21, 0, 33 in his last 5. It's a tough matchup, but I don't mind taking a stab there, especially if you get at low ownership, because the Dodgers are always low owned because they're later in the slate. Ozzy Albies, 5.4K. Don't mind an Atlanta stack tomorrow. 4 for 9 versus Fede. 2 singles, 2 doubles. Crushes righties this year. Ozzy Albies, get him in there. Let's see. Jose Altuve. He's got a couple goose eggs recently. 0.0805. He's looking really bad lately. I think this could be a get-right spot for him, especially at 5-1. You know his ownership's going to be absolutely low. Houston looks good to stack up to. 1 for 3 against Ober with a home run. So 5-1, I don't mind the price tag. It's just about right, just to get the right amount of ownership on him, so I don't mind it. And my man, Jonathan India, 4.9K, another Reds player that went off today. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 3. Going up versus Bruder Breaker, he's 0 for 2, but it doesn't matter. He's on a hot streak right now. He's the leadoff hitter for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati Reds offense right now looks incredible. And now they got Castellanos back. So, yeah, that doesn't look too bad there. Next up, Jorge Polanco, man. 3.8K. Liking some Twins. What can I say? He's 1 for 4 against Greinke. But you want to talk about someone who finally got a single-digit fantasy point day, and he still got 7, and he's only 3.8K. 3.8K for Polanco. 7, 21, 18, 14, 12 in his last 5. Do I even need to tell you guys to get him in there for 3.8? I hope not. Fletcher at 3.7. Don't mind that either. Going up against a lefty. He crushes left-handed pitchers, guys. David Price is old. He's over 3. He'll probably only be out there for a couple innings. I don't mind the matchup whatsoever. He's starting to come back to life. So 3.7K leadoff hitter for the Angels. David Fletcher, you can get him in there. Look at Whit Merrifield now. Finally to a price tag where we can play him, right? He's not 5K anymore. He's 3.8K now, which is, he deserved it. Only batting 272 with 8 home runs. However, against Wainwright, he's 5 for 12, which is a 417 batting average. 4 singles and a double. But, hey, for 3.8, Jack, I'll take Whit Merrifield at the buy low position. Then we got Jed Lowry for Oakland, part of that Oakland stack I like, 3.7K. He's 3 for 8 against Fulte with a home run. OPS versus righties, 759. Jed Lowry, I don't mind it at 3.7K. Hope you guys are writing all this down. All right, let's go to third base. All right, so I played him today, guys, and I highlighted him in yesterday's video, a 2K value player, and he crushed it, man. 2.1K, I call him Kaboom. Carter Kaboom from Washington. Had another double-digit fantasy day. I love it, man. 12, 19 in his last 2. Again, he's only 2.1K. Going up against Moeller. No bats against him, but, man, this kid's on fire. He's batting 306. So you're getting a batter batting over 300. He has 2 homers. Get him in there at 2-1, guys. Let's see. Ignacio Suarez got one today, too, at 4.2K. He bats, 7th in the lineup, but looking great as of late. 18, 3, 16, 5, 18. So kind of a pattern player, right? Double digit, single digit, double digit, single digit. But he's 1 for 4 against Bruder Baker with a single, but he crushes righties, guys. 727 OPS. Don't mind Ignacio Suarez. The Reds are looking pretty good tomorrow again. And you got Ryan McMahon from the Colorado Rockies, guys, at 4.1K. Don't mind it. He does have a home run against Alcantara, guys. 2 for 6, 333. 1 single, 1 homer. So McMahon does have power in his bat. He hasn't completely dudded either. You got to give him that. 7, 10, 11. That 1-0, but before that, a 32. So for 4-1, I don't mind it. Especially course field exposure. You want some of these cheaper guys. Trevor Story got 2 home runs today against a righty. Didn't see that one coming. So let's go to shortstop. All right, so Gabby Torres at 4.3K. If you're going to do a Yankee stack, I think he's essential here. Going up against Gonzalez, who's a lefty. Again, all these Yankee guys crush lefties. On paper, the Yankees should score a lot of runs tomorrow. It seems like all these guys hit lefties. So, yeah, definitely worth a shot there at only 4.3. You got Ahmed Rosario at 4.2. He's 3 for 3 against Manning. 2 singles and a double. Normally bats second for Cleveland. I don't mind it, but is he a must at 4.2? Probably not. He should be about a 3.5 player, batting 269, 6 homers on the year. I think he's just kind of overpriced a little bit. All right, so let's go to outfield. All right, so lots of outfielders. I got George Springer for you at 5.7K. Finally came back down to earth today. It happens. He's human. He's 288 batting average, 13 home runs. He was hurt for a lot of the season. Righties, he's facing a righty, guys. He's facing Evaldi. OPS versus righties is 953. He does have a homer against him at 13 at bats, so I don't mind Springer. I certainly don't mind Aaron Judge. I'm going back here, guys. 5.2K. I always play him against lefties. OPS versus lefties is 952. Got to get some Aaron Judge in there, guys. Stay the course, man. Stay the course. Part of the A stack I'm liking is Sterling Marte. Since he's come over to Oakland, man, you can tell he's having a good time because his stats are showing it. 30, 27, 5 in his last 3, guys. Going up against a righty, too. He does better against righties than he does against lefties. So don't mind me some Sterling Marte. Part of that, if you're going to stack Oakland, you got to get him in there at 5K. And I love this play right here. Randy Arozarena, guys. 4.8K. 19, 20, 19 in his last 3. Double-digit fantasy points, 4 out of his last 5 games. And look at this, guys. He gets refried means. Look at that OPS versus lefties, 1.187. I'm going to make him a priority tomorrow in my lineups. He's 3 for 7 against means, batting 429 with 2 home runs. 2 home runs and 7 at-bats with the double to boot. Don't mind it, guys. So give me some Randy Arozarena at 4.8. Then you got AJ Pollock, 4.3K, 19, 3, 22 in his last 3. He gets Sandoval. He's 1 for 4 against him, but that one is 1 home run. Look at his OPS versus lefties, 1.039. So don't mind that. 4.3K, a cheap Dodger bat for someone who's on a very good hot streak right now. Next up, look who's come back to life, guys. Juan Carlos Stanton. Going up versus Gonzalez. He's 2 for 5, 1 single, 1 home run. His OPS versus righties is better than it is against lefties, but that's still not too bad. And lately, Mr. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 3. That's promising to see. Against Gonzalez, man, if he gets a home run, I would not be surprised, but the price tag is what really I love. 4.2K. John Carlos Stanton, get him in there. Ketel Marte, his price keeps dropping. He's now only 3.6K. Now, this might be too good to pass up, guys. He's going up against Weathers. Look at that OPS versus lefties, 1.180. It's a lefty matchup for him. I will have some exposure, especially for some salary relief, because I know his upside, guys. So 3.6K, get him in there, man. Take advantage. Michael Brantley is only 3K. This man is batting 331 with 7 home runs, and he's only 3K. What's wrong with this picture? To boot, he gets a righty. His OPS versus righties is 943. And against the Uber driver, he's 3 for 3. He's perfect. 2 singles and a double. He got a home run the other day. So hopefully he gets his home run numbers up. But that 331 average for 3K, guys, I don't know how you don't do it. We had already went over Mookie. Bryce Harper got me a home run today. He's 5'5". I could have swore he was just 6K. So he gets a home run and his price goes down. I'll take it. Mr. Double-digit fantasy points, 5 out of his last 5 games, guys. Gets a matchup against Stroman. He's 0 for 8 lifetime against him. But here's the thing. Bryce Harper is on a hot streak right now and doesn't seem to be fizzling out anytime soon. Crushes righties with an OPS of 1.002. So Bryce Harper at 5'5", Love it. I love the price tag. I love the consistency. Get him in there. Nelson Cruz. He's finally away from that Tampa Bay ballpark. He's 5.3K. He gets a lefty in Cleveland, guys. Do I need to tell you to pull the trigger here? His OPS versus lefties, 1.190. Nice one-off from Tampa Bay that I like, next to Rosa Arena. Nelson Cruz and Camden Yards, man, sign me up. Sign me up. Definitely has 2 home run potential there. Joey Gallo, what I tell you guys today on today's video, I said I'm going to pick him up because he'll be low owned. And I did that. He was 5K then. He's 5K now. Got him at very low ownership, and he got me 30 fantasy points. Love it, guys. OPS versus lefties, same as it is against righties. He's 6 for 18 against Gonzalez, and he has 2 home runs. Yes, Joey freaking Gallo, man. 5K. His ownership probably go right back up again because people do that. They score chase. So, but if he's really low owned, I'll definitely get him in there. If not, if he's going to be chalky, I always fade him when he's chalky. It seems to work out. Then we got Adam Duvall, guys, 4.6K on his new team in Atlanta. He gets Fede, who he's 5 for 10 against with 2 home runs. 2 singles, 1 double, 2 home runs. Adam Duvall is my sneaky play of the slate, guys, and only 4.6K. Double dong upside here with him. Next up, we got Nick Castellanos at only 4K. Buy now because he will be 5K by mid next week. I guarantee it by next Wednesday, he'll be over 5K. He goes up against Bruda Baker, where he's 3 for 8, batting 375, 2 singles and a double. If you're going to stack the Reds again, which I don't mind, get him in there at 4K, guys. That's really cheap. And then we got my old friend here. I used to call him Brandon Finding Fucking Nemo. Finding Fucking Nemo. He's only 3.8K. Leadoff hitter for the Mets. He's 2 for 3 against Gibson, guys, with a homer. A double and a home run against him. He crushes righties at the OPS of 883. So I don't mind a little one-off there. Brandon Finding Fucking Nemo at 3.8K, guys. Next up, Justin Upton, 2.7K. Gets a juicy matchup against Price where he's 3 for 9 lifetime with a home run, 2 singles, and he's a lefty killer. You already know that. OPS at 805. Give me some Justin Upton tomorrow, especially at 2.7. My goodness. Miles Straw. I'll continue to play him, guys. He's 2.6. He leads off for Cleveland. Crushes righties right now. 739 OPS versus righties. I don't play him against lefties because that's a really pathetic OPS. But against righties, I don't mind it. You guys remember, he was the man in Houston. He got traded. Now he's leading off in Cleveland. So he's still trying to prove himself. His upside is there. Don't mind it, guys. Jorge Soler, 3.8K. On a little heater. On a little heater with Atlanta. It's good to see. 6, 14, 16, 5, 13 in his last 5. Don't mind it there. 3.8K against Fetty. Why not? Michael Conforto, 3.3K. Another cheap guy. Against Gibson, guys. He crushes righties, just like Finding Fucking Nemo. 844 OPS. He's 4 for 5 against Gibson. 2 singles, a double, and a home run. Like a little Michael Conforto tomorrow. You can throw him in there with Finding Fucking Nemo. It's not really a stack because they bat so far apart from each other, but just 2 players in 2 of the same good spots. That's all it is. Let's see. And then we got another cheap player for you. 2.4K Jackie Bradley Jr. because he's 2 for 2 against Webb with a home run. A single and a home run. Jackie Bradley Jr., formerly of the Boston Red Sox. Not doing too well lately, but I do love the matchup against Webb. Spud Webb. We already went over O'Hearn. And then Michael A. Taylor. Last but not least, he's bare minimal. He's 2K. 21-10 in his last 2, guys. And against Wainwright, he's 2 for 3, a single, and a home run. So plenty of guys I've highlighted for you that are in this 2K range. So you should have no problems paying up for pitcher and getting some decent bats in your lineups, guys. So that's going to do it, man. 34 minutes. My goodness, guys, I apologize. I always try to keep it below that. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for all the support lately. I really appreciate it. Hopefully these videos are helping you win. Come join us, guys. Come join us at the DFS Club. DFSclub.com, the cheapest in the industry, every single sport, no matter what plan you get. And there's no packages. You get everything. And you get the best family in the business. There ain't no drama in here. We all get along. We're all trying to achieve the same goal, and that is to win, to get that bread. And don't forget, Draft Dashboard, what you're looking at right there is only $1 for 30 days. When I first got it, man, I was up all night playing with the optimizer and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, it's a blessing. Check it out. And that's going to do it, guys. So I'm going to say a prayer for everybody, and then we're going to get up out of here. All right, guys. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. Let's get this bread, guys. Don't take shit from nobody. My name's Gabriel Skywalker. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Shout out to the DFS Club. Stand up. And don't forget, guys, hit that subscribe button. Take care.